and welcome back to another fabulous installation of Nessa Tries BOXYCHARM for the month of November. So, I just received my box last night. It has taken all my willpower not to dig into it yet. I was waiting to sit down and film with you, so let's just go ahead and jump into unboxing this. So, the theme of this month's box is Goal Digger. And there you can see on the pamphlet everything that you get inside of it, a little description about it, the retail value, all that good stuff. I like having this as a reference. Inside of this month's box there is going to be 5 items, so I'm going to get started with showing you this one. So the first item in the box is this Farah Galaxy Gold Tweezers. They retail for $12 and it's this kind of cool dual-ended tweezer, so you have 2 different sizes on each side and it has this really cute little gold pattern on it. So that is the first item in the box. The second item in the box is a Luminous eye set by Luxie. This set retails for $21 and it comes with 4 brushes all in gold, except from of course the bristles. The first brush you get is the 141, a mini round brush. The second is the 121, a mini tapered. Then the 111, a mini flat angled brush. And then the 131, which is the mini angled. So the theme is that they are all mini brushes, but it does look like these are going to be really good to give you a lot of precision and do a lot of detail work. So those I will be using today with the combination of the third item in the box, which is this Ace Beauty or Ace Beaute, I'm not 100% sure how you say it, Grandoisr palette. And honestly, this palette is my color scheme. I love these tones. It looks so gorgeous. So there's 8 eyeshadows, 4 of which are shimmers and 4 are mattes. Here are the swatches of the palette. I just went from left to right, row by row, and it looks like it has some good pigment in there. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I had just done, can you guys see it? This double cut crease on my Instagram. I did a mini tutorial. If you're ever curious about more tutorials, I do a ton of them on my Instagram. Anyway, besides the point. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do a full version kind of tutorial of that double cut crease, but using this palette. That was a really detailed look, so I'm thinking it'll give a lot of use to these smaller mini brushes, and it'll be fun to show you guys something different. I am all about experimenting with new looks. I also want to make an attempt at using a lot of the shades that are in here, so I'm going to get started with this one down here. And I'm going to be using the Luxie 121, which is the mini tapered brush. And I'm going to start working this into the crease. I'm not really expecting much from this color. For me, it's going to kind of blend in with my skin tone, but I just wanted to see how it applies. And I did already prime my eyelids with a little bit of Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eden. And you can see a little bit of a color tint on there, but that color does not really stand out on me. Just a very soft kind of transition shade. And I do have a color switch, so I'm gonna go in with the brush on the color switch. And then I'm gonna be taking that same brush and dipping into Clove. And in the same kind of area, I'm going to be taking this into the crease. And what I'm doing is kind of following my natural eye shape, giving it that kind of rounded look. And then I'm going to start extending it out a little bit towards the outer V area. Just bringing that out, just really exaggerating that motion, just giving it a little wing in a way. And I'm just going to take a tiny bit more of the shade Clove, amplify it. You can definitely build up the shade, which is really nice. And if you are going to be attempting a double cut crease, it's always good to start with the eyes first, because then you can do cleanup afterwards. I'm now going to be taking the shade Poppy, and I'm going to attempt to use the Luxie 141 mini round. And I'm going to be following that same exact pattern we created with the previous shade and brush. Just start deepening things up a little bit here with that shade. You know what? Good attempt at using the brush, but I'm going to switch it. So I'm gonna switch it for my Sigma E45 Small Tapered Blending. This one has a nice tapered point to it, so you can really blend out shades with a ton of precision. So I'm just gonna go through, blend through this. And then to help blend through that, I'm just taking a little bit more of that shade Clove on the Luxie 121 and just kind of going over those edges, marrying them together. And then I want to deepen things up just the tiniest bit more, so I'm going to be taking the shade Cinnamon, taking that shade on my Sigma E36, and I'm going to keep this very controlled. I'm going to keep this very close down here to the crease. I'm not going to blend it up too high. I just want to deepen things up right where we're going to cut that crease. You can see the difference already between the two shades if I had just left it like that. That cinnamon shade just kind of helps define this line a little bit more. Then I'm going to be taking a little bit of concealer. This is the ColourPop No Filter, and I'm using the Fair number 5. I'm almost running out of this concealer and I need to buy another one. This one is so good. It is creamy enough to be able to glide across and cut the crease, which is just what I like, and it's good as just a normal concealer, so it's a win-win. So I am gonna be taking this concealer to start cutting out the crease. So we're gonna be following that same kind of shape in which we had created before with the eyeshadows, but we're gonna take it below it. We don't wanna cut into it. So I'm kind of starting small, working my way up to it. Cutting the crease is like eyeliner, you need focus. And then once you are satisfied with the cut, we should say, we're gonna go in on cleanup duty. So in order to finish up that top crease that we did, I'm gonna be taking my Sigma E17 brush and I'm gonna be taking the shade Poppy. And this is a water liner brush, but honestly I find that it is best for this task. So you're just gonna go along these edges ever so slightly and just add just the tiniest bit more of pigment just to deepen things up, because you want that line to be very noticeable, and just in case that concealer went in places maybe you didn't want it, you want to shape it up, make it look a little bit more even. And then you could either go in and set the concealer with a cream color, but what I'm thinking I want to do is go in with the shade Jasmine with a teeny tiny pencil brush, and I'm going to be placing this shade right along this crease line, right below it. Before I just left it cream colored, but I want to use multiple shades in this palette, so thought why not? It might help give a little bit of a sparkle too. Not as vibrant as I expected, but I do see a little bit of a shimmer. I think it's probably because it is a very soft shimmery shade. Then once that color is set down, I'm going to be taking Poppy once more, but I'm going to be taking the Alamar flat liner brush, I think it was. And I'm going to be kind of drawing out a wing in a way, so I'm just going to start tracing out this outer edge just to right about where we want to stop it from connecting, because we want to leave a gap here because that is going to create that double cut crease effect. If you want, start further away and build your way up to it, but you want to make sure you're leaving kind of an even line all the way through. Actually, hold on, I'm switching back to the E17. I feel like I get a lot more control using this brush. So I'm just going to keep drawing around the entire eye shape with this shade and with this brush. It is honestly really tedious having to do all these little steps, but I think the end result is really cool. And then you're going to be taking more of that Poppy shade and packing it on in these outer parts. And I'm using the 131 brush for that, just to really help pack it in. I'm going to be packing it on both edges. Then I'm going to be taking the shade Clove with the 111, and where those edges start leading in towards the middle, I'm going to start packing on that color to help soften things out, because we are going to place a shimmer right in the middle. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Rose. I'm just going to take my finger and just apply this smack dab in the middle. And there we go. I think I'm going to take a little bit of that shade Jasmine and just pop it right here in that inner corner, just to highlight right away. Boop, 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 boop. That looks freaking awesome. All right, I need to finish up the other eye, and then I'm also gonna apply a face base, so that way we can go ahead and go in with the lower lash line. So I'll be back in 2 seconds so we can do that. And I am back. I completed the other eye. I applied a base of foundation, a little bit of concealer to kind of help clean up this outer edge, to kind of give it that little wing effect. And now we are gonna do the lower lash line. I'm gonna be taking the shade Clove, and I'm just gonna be running this all the way across. Using the Luxie 121 once more. Just blending that out, connecting it to that little wing. Then I'm gonna be taking Poppy on the 141 brush, the brush I tried to use earlier that didn't really work. This is definitely better for smudging out the lower lash line, so I'm just gonna be applying that all the way across as well. You want Clove to be a little bit more fluffed out and Poppy a little bit closer to that lower lash line. Then on a clean pencil brush, I'm just taking a little bit of cinnamon, going very close to that lower lash line just to add a little bit more depth. And then I did lose the highlight, so I'm going to take Jasmine once more, highlight this inner corner. Then let's take some mascara. I'm taking the Too Faced Better Than Sex, and just use this to coat up the top and lower lash line. And then it's gonna be a little bit of a spoiler alert for the last couple items, but I did not receive lashes in the box. There was a variation between 2 items where you could get lashes or the other item, and I didn't get the lashes, so I'm gonna go in with my Violet Voss in I Do Not Care. Gonna use the new tweezers to set them down, which is mainly what I use tweezers for nowadays. And I know you guys are probably sick and tired of seeing me use these lashes. They're just one of my favorite styles. Oh, I love them. Give you so much drama. Then to be able to complete the face, I'm gonna take the next product from the box, which this item I was so excited about. This is the CoverFx Glitter Drops. It retails for $44 and I have the shade Nova. Let me just plop some here on the back of my hand to show you guys Nova. Oh my god. That was a lot I dropped on there. Holy crap. I think I'm just gonna go from the back of my hand, not to waste any product, and I'm gonna gently put some on my cheekbones. Just start blending things in, and I did go in with my face base, but I didn't use any powder out here. I wasn't sure how it was gonna react together. I just put a little bit of powder underneath the eyes. Oh, that looks so pretty. I'm now gonna take a little bit more on the opposite side. And it does really work to just pat it in with your fingertip. I'm wondering how I would do applying it with a sponge, so I'm just gonna take a little bit more, work that in on top on the nose. Add just a little bit more out here because, you know, I'm a little bit extra. I'm wondering if you guys can see it with my lights in here, but that looks really pretty. It's actually really soft. I was expecting it to be a little bit more metallic-y in a way, like very out there and bright. But it looks so soft on the cheekbones and the nose. I love it. I'm wondering, can I exaggerate the inner corner with this? A little drop here and there. Just gonna work that in here. Pat it in. Oh wow, that inner corner though. That's nice. So excited this came in this month's box. Whew! I've been waiting for them to put it in there because I've had a couple CoverFx items and I was like, I want the glitter drops. When are they gonna be in there? So happy they were in there. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my face, put on a little bit of bronzer, some blush, and then I will pop back on here and we'll dive into the last product of the box. So I'll be right back. And the face is now done, so let's move on to the last product, which I received the Bodyography Makeup Brush Cleaner. This one retails for $12. Inside the bottle, there is 2 fluid ounces, and it says it's made from natural orange peel and gentle cleansers. Now, it says that you are supposed to be able to spray directly onto brush hair and gently wipe on a paper towel. Use sparingly so as to not soak the brush hair, and then for a deeper cleaning, work cleanser into brush hair and rinse with cool water only. So I'm thinking we do some spot cleaning right now. And what better brushes to use than the 4 mini Luxe brushes we received inside of our box. So I'm gonna start with the 121. Spray the brush, take a paper towel. Ooh, you just see the color coming right off. And here is what it looks like now. You can see the brush is getting clean. Looks like there's still some color left in there, but you need to do a deeper cleaning for that. This is definitely a cool way to be able to clean your brushes in between, you know, deep cleansing. Perhaps you're a pro makeup artist, you're on the go, you're doing someone's makeup, and then someone else, one of their friends is like, hey, could you do my makeup too? And you need to clean your brushes on the spot. I could see this being really handy. Or if you don't want to wash your brushes that often and you just want to do a little spot cleaning every now and then, I could see this being, woo, knocked over my foundation. I could see this being very useful in those situations. And it definitely does work. That's what I wanted to test. Because here's a comparison of the dirty ones to the clean one over here. I think I'll clean these 3 and then show you guys. And here is the after. There is a little bit of staining from the eyeshadow palette, but I think that could go away with a deeper cleaning, but they definitely look a whole lot more cleaner now. So that is pretty exciting. It does work. But that was the last item that was inside of the box, so let's talk about my overall thoughts on it. Inside of the box, there was 5 items, and I actually think I forgot to tell you the price of the eyeshadow palette. It was $24.99, and with everything that was inside of this month's box, you reach a value of $114. I rounded up by a penny. I think BOXYCHARM has some of the best values. It is insane that you only pay $21 a month and you get all of these products for that value. Makeup can be so gosh darn expensive, so it is like a little present every time you get BOXYCHARM, at least for me. I've been subscribed for an entire year now, and I can honestly say I really enjoy it. I look forward to BOXYCHARM every month. And some of the standout items of this month's box, I think, has to be the CoverFx drops. I've been waiting to get my hands on one of these bottles, so that is the #1 reason that it's one of my favorites from this month's box. And then the second, I think, is going to be the eyeshadow palette. This one I actually really enjoyed. I did not expect to like it as much as I did, but I think it performed just so beautifully, creating this look that, by far, such a good palette. But that was it for this month's BOXYCHARM review tutorial. Make sure you look out for next month's box. And if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little bell button. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!